RPPN and the RPPN, which is a private reserve, which is a mechanism in Brazil for private land to also have a status of a park, a protected areas. It was created in honor of my parents, Mario and ALBA CORRAL. They were really nature lovers, and it's a way to show intergenerationally how we can protect the very pristine and precious areas like is the area where the RPPN is located. And what we want to show is that areas that have water, that have so much biodiversity, have indeed to be protected through generations. The inspiration to create the RPPN came from my parents. My father bought that land 62 years ago, and for its precious properties, and I wanted, and my brothers, the three of us, really want to keep this legacy, of our parents for next generations, and we do it with the local people, and we bring people from outside to also be inspired by our example, because most of these lands have to be cared for through generations, and I hope that after us, somebody will keep the ball. And so that was inspiration, just to protect something that is very precious, not only for us, but to different, to the life that is there, and to the next generations that could come also to enjoy that beauty and the power of that nature. My memory there, because when you bought, my father bought this land and I was only 6, and we used to go there the weekends. I remember that the vision of the landscape was that it had been pre-destroyed, and weekend after weekend I saw my father, bringing seedlings, like planting trees that now are these big trees, these big mango trees, eucalyptus, like vinhático, so many trees that he planted in 60 years. Now we see these amazing trees, and everybody that I bring there, they are so touched by seeing that these trees have survived the destruction of forests. And so the memory is the moment in which it happened, and 6 years later that I was lucky enough to see how they grew, is to see that even if my father is not there anymore, but what he did is still benefiting and inspiring people. So it never fades away, it never disappears, it stays, forever. There are families that were born in this area through their ancestors that have migrated there as the guardian of the place, the sea. He was born in that area. So the impact is that he really joined hands in keeping it alive. And for others, it's just an inspiration because the area has been also used for cattle. And of course, cattle need grass, and the forest has gone a long time ago. So it's an inspiration that we can kind of so through tourism, through kind of growing certain food like we grow like a cassava, you can also have a revenue for your land and not having to destroy the trees and the forest that was originally there. I think it's this intergenerational process, no? That it was started by parents that did it for their love for nature, for their care for humanity, like long ago, and maybe this was not articulated in that way, but this is exactly what they did. They were already envisioning in that place a home for humanity. Humanity and animals, I mean, humanity in the whole sense, And I think is exactly connects to that spirit, this intergenerational spirit of the home for humanity. So we have to have more. I am the second generation, so 5 more to come. To break the pattern that we can change something very, very precious and very. From the highest human potential that came from my parents that will conserve it through others, no? That's what we hope. Very special, and I'm really honoring her, my father that loved so much this place, and that we can still keep it, and protect it, especially protecting it. And that's what that guardianship is something that I really am very thankful and grateful that it's possible to do. The message of this land would be, if you see me, I will also see you. If you look after me, I will also look after you. So, a mensagem desta terra, da RPPN, seria, se você me vê, eu também te vejo. Se você toma conta de mim, tem cuidado comigo, eu também vou ter cuidado com você. Reciprocity, reciprocidade.